I've been having calls, people calling me, Osofo, go back and prophesy again, because what you are saying is not possible. And the more they say it, the more I see it clear. Especially when they said that 13 people are going to stand for the election. Watch me. This election will not go a second round. Mark my words. I'm serious. I've heard that great researchers have researched and everybody is saying it will go on a second round and all that. But I'm saying it. If you insult me, you are not insulting me, you are insulting the one that is speaking to me. So it's up to you, your children and your family. Me, I don't care. I met somebody who stood on the television and was speaking bad about me. When he saw me, he couldn't even look at my face. He bowed his head like this for about 35 minutes. And he was unlucky to be sitting close to me on the flight. He couldn't lift up his head. It's me crowd na me no te wa ofere me. Ntu ntimi nkasenti ya me. Enti say obi ya research na obeka de wahuna. And I told you, sir, it's taking me 1.5 years to say what I'm saying here. And this one too, you can take it on and tell everybody I am saying that this election is not going on a second round. And I mean it. Okay. So not because of anything, but because that was what I heard God say.
Jesus.
And I'm very confident of what I'm saying, because when I see God speak, I see, and when I hear him speak, I hear. So if somebody, there are a lot of people that have been prophesying and saying the opposite of what I said. Nobody is insulting them. This is not about insult. This is my field. And if you are not scared that as for Prophet Victor, whatever he says come to pass, then you should not be scared. You see me as one of those people, and let us see at the end of the day, the prophets will be known from the people. That you make history under your watch. The same place I stood, it wasn't once or twice or thrice. Budia at a point didn't believe this was possible. At times I'll be there and you call me, Papa, are you sure of what you are saying? Because everything is against me. And like the Archbishop said 2 days ago, I never endorse anybody for the person to fail. I have never. And so I prohibit you from failing. And I decree and declare on this altar, may God give you brains that are sharper than what is in your mind. That God should give you navigational powers to be able to mitigate and lead your party. And I stand to declare here, let it be recorded and let it be said anywhere. Once my son is a general secretary, he will never lead this party into opposition. Mark my words. I thought about this, I prayed about it before coming to say this here. If anybody was the general secretary, but my sons are not losers. Like I told you, I don't believe in people getting blessed before they come here, but I believe in us building our own people. And this is one of our people. If even it was made that under his watch he will fail, I cancel it by the authority of God. And I declare that under the watch of my son, he will never fail. Go with victory
The Lord grants you covering. You are covered on every side. And by honoring God, you shall be honored. Congratulations. And thank you all for supporting him. Please.
Now here's a man, Reverend Kusi, I'll tell you the story, who has predicted correctly, as they tell us, every election since 1992. I'll walk you through the process on the touch screen and you understand what I'm saying. Every election is predicted. In 1992, he predicted that J.J. Rawlings would win the election. He won. Many people predicted so. 96 Rawlings, those are not even controversial. In 2000, he predicted that the NPP will come to power through J.A. Kufuor, and that happened. In 2004, it happened. 2008 is the interesting one. So in 2008, Reverend Kusi, you can understand his history because of his father's debacle, I like to call it, with the soldiers. He doesn't really like political parties coming out of the PNDC. So NDC is not something that he's thinking about, because he will say, as some people say, they killed my father. All right. But in 2008, he is reported to have met President Akufo-Addo in Kumasi, and I told him that, sir, this election, you're going to lose narrowly. But I can see God telling me that you will be president of Ghana. But in this election, you're not going to be successful. You're going to lose narrowly. Friends of Akufo-Addo, I understand, we're not particularly happy with him when he said that, because people in Kumasi said Akufo-Addo, that when you go to Kumasi, go and see Reverend Kusi. He went, and Reverend Kusi had bad news for him, that if you're not going to win the election. Okay, so as soon as that happened, the people who heard him say that said that, wow, this guy said it. This prophet said it. 2012, let's go back to him. Okay, so what happened? In 2012, Kusi Boateng then engaged with them, Akufo-Addo people again. And he told them that, I'm sorry to say, this time too, you will not win. But I see you go to court, and I think that you will win the court case, but it doesn't make you president. That's what he's reported to have said. Very interesting for those of us who are hearing it after the fact, that you will go to court and win the court, but you will not be president, because the application to the court is to change the election results for the applicant, the election petitioner, to become president. So if you say he will win the court, but he will not win the election, it doesn't kind of make sense to people who understand the legal process. But this is what he's reported to have said. Truly, the court, if you look at it contextually, it looks like Akufo-Addo won the court, but he didn't become president. Then in 2016, Reverend Kusi Boateng, in 2016, Reverend Kusi Boateng predicted a landslide victory for Akufo-Addo, and it happened. And then from that time, he became friends with the people. Let me take you back to the story. Now, in 2008, when he made that prediction and Professor Mills was sworn in, friends of Professor Mills who were born-again Christians wanted him to come and meet with Professor Mills. Reverend Kusi Boateng hesitated to do the first meeting with Professor Mills, because he said that as far as he's concerned, his father will turn in his grave if he goes to engage with leaders of the political party, which is an offshoot of the PNDC, that brutally murdered or killed his father. That's the point. That's what happened. So he hesitated to do the first meeting. We don't know yet whether he did other meetings or not, but he hesitated to do the first meeting with the NDC because he was saying that he's not sure about how his father will feel in his grave if he's engaging with them. Okay, let's move on to 2012. President Mahama won the election. I don't know whether he engaged with President Mahama. And then in 2020, Reverend Kusi Boateng again told the NPP people that Akufo-Addo was going to win comfortably, but Parliament was going to be a kind of a tie. He said that as well. Okay, now the new problem is that last year, at the end of the year, Reverend Kusi Boateng is predicting that the New Patriotic Party will win the 2024 elections, but there may be some violence after the victory. And he's reported to have said further that for NDC to win election, there are some things that have to be done, else they will not win 24, they will not win 28, and they will not win for a while. He's reported to have said this. Some members of the NDC in Ashanti region and other places did not take it kindly to it, and they were very angry with him. So it may appear that some of this may be political vendetta, but we don't know whether it is or not. But that's Reverend Kusi.